Hello Seekers and welcome back to my channel. I am aliceestreastrange and today I am going to tell you why everything is both science and magic. We will dive into the history, some scientists who were obsessed with the occult, magic that became science, and vibration, energy work, and my personal story of how energy work saved my life. But before we dive in, if you don't know me yet, hi, I'm Alice. I assist people in connecting to their spirit team, natural wisdom, and mastering their witchcraft practice through empowered witchcraft mentorship and shadow healing. I'd love it if you would go subscribe to the channel so you can catch more of my videos and deepen your magical and spiritual practice, as well as to get updates on my Modern Mystic Academy, launching in January. I'd also love for you to go join my free magical community. You can check out the links to my Patreon and Discord down below if that sounds right for you. I would love to see you there. Now, let's get into why everything is both science and magic. First, let's get into a little bit of the history to fully understand the connectedness of science and magic. Before we had doctors, we had medicine people, cunning folk, and shamans, and they would pass their natural healing wisdom down through the generations. Until the end of the 17th century, astrology was used in medicine for diagnosing illnesses based on when the person got sick, treatment based on the current astrology of when they were treating that patient, and procedures were also timed around astrology to be sure the time was just right for the certain type of procedure. And at this point in time, the doctrine of signatures was still used in medicine. And I have a whole video explaining what the doctrine of signatures is and how we can use it for magic today that I will link above. But the doctrine of signatures is essentially a practice where we look at plants, we observe plants, their environment, everything about them, to decode their healing abilities. And it's a very spiritually based system idea that all life is divinely connected. That's what the doctrine of signatures is built on. But now we use the doctrine of signatures to discover the magical attributes a plant holds. And a lot of herbalists still use the doctrine of signatures in a herbalism spiritual kind of way. So astrology became astronomy and alchemy became chemistry. But so much of modern science originated from magical beliefs. For example, Isaac Newton used his belief in natural magic and occult qualities to make all of his discoveries about gravity. And Newton wrote about 1 million words on alchemy alone. He also believed in prophecy and numerology. And some other magically influenced people include Carl Jung, Thomas Edison, Nikola Tesla, and Pierre and Marie Curie. So it is obvious that science and magic are not mutually exclusive. Nowadays, we use the term magic to mean something that works in a way that we just don't understand. That works so well, it was like magic. Or, I don't know how that happened, it was just like magic. The magic fix for headaches or whatever. All of these mean it works so well, I can't believe it. What I'm saying is everything is magic until we understand it. Then it's science and it's rebranded with a new name to shake off the stigma and remove all notions of there being anything magic about it. But isn't there so much magic in gravity and how it causes the planets to rotate and move around the sun? How it causes the tides to rise and fall every day? Or how a tiny seed can sprout and know how to find the sun and then grow and become a giant tree that can live for 100 years? The term supernatural is a misnomer. Everything that is natural. There is nothing that exists above or beyond the natural world. The term natural is based on our current understanding of the universe, and that is always changing. Now, let's talk about energy. Everything is energy. Even in science, at the most fundamental level, everything is energy. Everything around you right now, the surface you're sitting on, the building around you, the clothes on your body, you yourself, everything is made of particles that are vibrating at different frequencies. This is why people talk about high vibe and raising your frequency, because the balance of frequencies affect our physical, emotional, and spiritual state. And vibration itself is an energy. Energy is what gives life. It's what gives consciousness. and it runs through each and every one of us, as well as every atom in the entire universe. When we go into the basics of energy work, we discover that we are able to sense and manipulate energy to bring about desired results. And what energy are we sensing, feeling, and moving? It can go by many names: chi, ki, prana, or simply life force energy. I'll give you some examples of this and reframing in a moment, but first, if you've been around the channel long enough, then you have heard me talk almost endlessly about energy work, and I did do an entire podcast episode on it, which I will link up here. But I don't think I ever told the whole story of why I'm so passionate about energy work. When I was really young, before 12 or 13 years old, I started getting really, really sick. I was feeling a lot of pain all the time, every day at, 11 years old or whatever. And it was unexplained by anything. And I had no energy. I was going to class every day and sleeping through all of my classes, but I would sleep all night and I would nap when I was home. I just had no energy. And I was pretty depressed. I was feeling really down. I also was really pale, and like paler than this. I know that's crazy, but I was really pale and I just looked really truly sick. And the doctors couldn't figure anything out, and everyone was really worried about me. And then it was around the 12-year-old age when I was approached by an acquaintance. And this was not someone I knew well, but just an acquaintance. And this person had noticed some signs, if you will, had energetically sensed and seen things in me that they had seen in themselves. And they struggled with the same kind of things I was struggling with. And they introduced me to a community where I learned about life force energy and energy work and met people who struggled with the same things I did. And I learned to heal myself. And that was it. Suddenly I started getting a lot better, and I just had an appreciation for life again. And to this day, I still continue to ground every day, flush my energy out every day, and to fill myself with energy from the earth. And it's not as hard to stay on top of these days. I have a pretty good practice of shielding and protecting my energy and avoiding people and situations that aren't good for me. But some days I still have to go just sit on the dirt and fill myself with energy, or put my hand on a tree, or meditate with the moon. But what I've come to understand is I need to put energy into myself just like I need to sleep, more than most people. And doing this every day has drastically improved my life. And believe it or not, I feel like it truly saved my life. So with that said, I challenge you, if you are ready, to reflect on the possibilities. When you get a sore throat, yeah, there's probably swelling or infection, but it may also be that you aren't standing up for yourself or setting boundaries for yourself. And what's the difference between generational trauma and generational curses? If a pattern of unhealthy behavior is passed down through your family and everything is energy, truly, what is the difference? I did 2 collaboration videos on unintentional curses, and we cover a lot, including generational curses. So if you want to know more about those, they're up here. Also, in psychology, self-fulfilling prophecies are a thing. They talk a lot about self-fulfilling prophecies in psychology, but it's also an energetic thing. When a confident person walks into the room, you can feel that, and that's energy. Now, I'm not saying that everything is only magic. You could argue that everything is science that we haven't discovered yet. But just like you can use 2 equations to solve the same math problem, you can treat a sore throat with both medicine and herbal teas, or overcome trauma through therapy and energy healing or shadow work. Or you can build your best life with both hard work and spells. And that is the video for today. If you found this video thought-provoking, go ahead and give it a like and subscribe so you can catch more videos about spirituality and witchcraft. And as I said in the beginning, I am launching my Modern Mystic Academy in January, where you can learn the ins and outs of witchcraft with me and join a community of other Academy members to learn alongside. More info will be coming soon, but if you'd like to join the waitlist now, the link will be down below. Remember that you don't have to do this alone, and I will see you next time. Until then, stay curious, friends.